Well. Good morning, everybody. What's going on? What's up, people? It's a Monday morning. Let's see who's up and at 'em with us already. Let's see who's here. I see Adam, first one in the chat room, of course. Adam's here. I see Irene is here. I see Diane is here. Christina is here. I noticed Christina is on YouTube. And not Facebook. Is that because of Facebook jail or other reasons? That's the first thing that comes to my mind is like, oh, who do we have in jail? You know. Because I think people go to jail on that Mayhem show. I think that's the show that sends people to Facebook jail. At least that's what I think's happened. I see that Steve is not dead today. Congratulations, Steve.
No, I'm not dead. Close, but not dead.
Oh, Christina says, "Oops, wrong one. Let me switch." No, you can be in whatever one you want. That's fine. You don't have to be in. You don't. I was just wondering. You could be in any of the. You could be in any of the rooms. We don't care. But I'm just saying that. I was wondering if you were in Facebook jail. That's why That's what I was wondering. You get what I was saying, right, Steve?
Yeah.
I noticed she's always.
Yeah. That Mayhem show does put people in Facebook jail. I was in Facebook jail one time.
I'm just saying, it's a Monday morning. So when they're in Facebook jail or when they're in jail after Monday morning, I just assume it's because of.
Yeah, it's usually my fault.
Mayhem, yeah, because,
I will accept responsibility and say it's usually my fault.
They say something violent.
Yeah.
Or anti-gay or anti-something on that Mayhem show. Anti-vax, yeah. That's where they say this stuff. So that's when
Or extremely perverted. We did have that.
That's true.
Too.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing that happens.
Like
a bunch of no good happens on that show. So I was simply saying that Mayhem sometimes gets people in jail.
Right. Yeah.
So when they're in jail on Monday morning, I usually go, what they're in jail for.
Yeah. When you're an award-winning podcast like us, nobody goes to jail.
Yes, when you have an award-winning show, award-winning nonsense like we have, we don't put people in Facebook jail. No. However, we do assume when one of our show members does not show up that they're dead.
Yeah.
I will say that we assume the death has befallen one of our like Saturday.
We did the death.
We did the show Saturday, right?
Right.
We did the show Saturday. And Steve was not on. And I immediately assumed he was dead. How long did it take me to jump to that assumption, TJ?
Less than 7 seconds. I have seen drag racing cars go slower than it took for you to jump to that conclusion.
I immediately jumped to the conclusion. Oh, Steve's dead.
Yeah.
And then we called Steve. I'm not sure.
Oh.
I'm not sure why you would call anyone
who's dead
you thought was dead. I called Steve just to say rest in peace, my friend.
You were the one that did that?
Yes, that was me that called and said rest in peace. Yeah.
Oh man,
you didn't recognize his voice? What the hell? I thought you were friends.
No, I got out of the hospital.
You got friends?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Afternoon. My phone was dead and I'm charged up. My brother's bringing me home. I'm looking. I thought, I got a voicemail. There's a rest in peace, my friend, and hangs up. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It was me. It was obvious. We called you on the show Saturday.
I didn't recognize the phone number. I'm like, who the hell? 818. The hell is that? I thought, oh man, I just been in the hospital for heart problems, and this somebody's calling and telling me I'm dead.
Okay, so that's what happened. You had heart problems. Is that why you went to the hospital?
Yes. What I have is I have AFib, which is just it's like a heart condition where your heart flutters, and it's not supposed. Your heart's supposed to not be in that rhythm for so long, for more than several hours. Well, mine was in there for like 9 hours.
All right.
And
when did it start? When did your heart issue start?
Friday afternoon.
And what caused it?
That was not me.
It's just what I have. I mean, there are times my heart will do it. They're still working on getting all my medicine straightened out and everything else. But then I found out I have another issue with another part of my heart. So what they ended up having to do.
So is the problem all the fat around the heart? Is that part of the problem?
That could be. I never thought about that.
There's a lot of fat around the heart.
Yeah.
You know, you got your stomach, your jowls.
Yeah, my jowl.
Your arms. I was just wondering what. So your heart was so that made you go to the emergency room or what?
Yeah, well, it wasn't beating in a normal rhythm. Is why.
I thought you guys were doing Thanksgiving dinner. Weren't you doing some kind of Thanksgiving thing?
I was supposed to with my mom and my brother. We did that Friday afternoon.
While it started.
Yeah, it was going on while I was having the problems at dinner.
So while you were gulping turkey and mashed potatoes or whatever you were eating,
banana cream pie,
you got so excited that your heart was racing.
Yeah, you can say that. I guess you can say that, yeah.
And then
I love how you immediately come to the conclusion he was gulping turkey. There was no chewing involved.
Oh, I don't think there was. Do you think there was a lot of chewing involved?
I think there was a little chewing, but I don't think it was just a straight-on swallow job.
Oh, I think he was swallowing whole
pieces.
I think he was doing some whole swallowing. I know what he's into.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, I think he was eating his food and his stomach started racing because he's so excited about food.
Yeah.
And then his heart started beating, and then his brother goes, "Oh, let's just take him to the hospital." Because I bet the family said, "You know what? We don't want him dying here because then we got to move him to wherever. Let's just get rid of him."
Right,
Yeah, let's put him.
We don't have a backhoe here. We can't dig a hole in the backyard.
Right. Yeah, you're right there. You're right.
If it's really that bad, we'll call Beef House Barry and Aaron Donald over to help take care of him.
I mean, would you want someone dying in your house? I wouldn't.
Well, absolutely not.
Actually, it was my mom. I said, let's better take him to the hospital.
Well, it was her house. It was her house. She doesn't want you dying in the house.
Right, yeah.
I mean, it does make sense.
Oh, of course.
I know that I would not want anyone dying in my house.
Yeah. That's why I can't come over anymore.
Yeah, I don't want you dying here.
Yeah, because you never know when you're going to go.
Did you get the turkey neck stuck in your throat? John says he went to the hospital because he had the turkey neck stuck in his throat.
No.
Were you deep throating the turkey neck?
No.
Oh, all right, just wondering.
So did you have the turkey testicles?
No. I had a leg.
Yeah. You were chomping on it so hard.
Yeah.
It got your heart going.
Yeah. An irregular beat.
And then they took you to the hospital.
Yeah, it sucked too. Big
Did they drive you to the hospital or?
Well, yeah. Well, They didn't want me to walk. I could have walked. It's only a couple of blocks from my mom's house, but
I didn't know if they
no, I
got
drove
you
my.
an ambulance or what. You know.
No, it wasn't that. I just knew that I had to get something, just change the medicine or something. And what they ended up having to do is they had to defibrillate me. Oh, never again.
Really?
So they
Never. Oh yeah.
how was
Can we do it again?
how do they defibrillate?
That's when that's when they shock you.
Oh, they put the you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow.
Because they needed to get the heart back into a regular beat.
Yeah, it had to be put back into sinus rhythm, is what.
Right.
It's
Does that
Exactly.
hurt?
Yeah.
Does that hurt? Did that
Fuck,
hurt?
yeah.
or-
Felt like a fucking horse kicked me in the chest.
called. Hey Ray,
Yeah.
I was actually trained on how to use one of those.
Oh,
Wow.
great. Oh, great. I don't know. I don't need one.
Well, it's good. If Steve ever happens again, we'll just immediately have you defibrillate him.
There we go. Okay, I'll go get a new machine.
There you
Yeah.
go. Please do.
Because, you know,
Never know.
we want
But as big as the guy as Steve is, got to immediately charge a $350 and clear.
can't they do some kind of pacemaker thing or whatever to put that in your heart to
Well, they
you know.
can, yeah, but I'm not. My heart's not that bad yet. My mom has a pacemaker, but I don't.
Hmm.
So
You say
it's
your
just,
heart is not that bad yet. You just told Ray that you're not his friend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Put a pacemaker in his balls.
still wouldn't work.
Hook a defibrillator up to his balls.
Oh no! Oh,
I hope Martha's listening to this.
I hope not. She may
That
not
way
want
she's
anything to do
getting-
with me.
Martha, I don't know why you'd want to get into a relationship with someone with this many problems.
I was
Exactly.
just taking notes just to be able to satisfy him.
Yeah. Or, you know,
I'll never be able to get anywhere with Martha because she won't want to get me excited.
yeah. Didn't want to end sex sessions by having to take you to the hospital.
It sure doesn't want to start him by sending you poop pictures.
Irene says,
Exactly.
are you eating cereal, Ray? No, I'm having, look at this. I have a piece of pie.
A piece of
Ooh.
I'm having a piece of pie. How about that?
Hey.
How about that, buddy?
you're not supposed to be eating pie.
I'm having a pecan pie for breakfast.
Pecan.
No, pecan.
No,
I
you
don't-
savage.
I don't say it the trash way. I say pecan. I don't say pecan. I'm having a piece of pecan pie. So,
You're getting some pecan pie.
oh, Martha says she's right here listening. So I just want to let
Oh,
you know.
great. Oh, so much for that relationship.
Hi, Martha. Hi, Martha.
What?
Into
We
the
didn't ruin
friend
it.
zone it goes.
We didn't ruin it for you. Your own proclivities did it.
Mm.
Better that she knows now how perverted you really are.
That's true.
I mean, honestly.
That's true.
Poop pictures, pegging, now electric shock. Jeez.
I'm into it all, baby.
Good old Steve. So, Casey wants to know if I'm stingy with my pie like I am with my cake. No, no.
No, he'll share pie.
No, I'll share pie. I don't care. Now this was leftovers from Thanksgiving, so you know they're only good for so many days. You know,
Oh yeah, right. Then they go bad.
yeah, you don't want to. You know,
Dude, you don't leave a turkey in the fridge for anything over like 5 days, and then it's got to go out.
Well, yeah, I know
Bam,
that.
it's done. And the same with the pie. The pie has got to be eaten right away.
yeah. So
Wow.
my wife goes. She goes, what do you want to eat for breakfast this morning? I go, oh, whatever. And she goes, well, the pie's, you know, you run out of time with the pie. She goes, what kind of pie do you want? And I go, oh, I can have pie. She goes, well, we got to eat it before it gets thrown away. And I go, what are the choices? She gave me the choices. And I said, well, give me pecan, you know?
There you go.
Yeah. So that's
Love
how,
pecan pie.
yeah.
Especially love pecan pie when it's pronounced right.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like, I'm not a huge pie guy, but yeah, no, I like pie. Not as much. I'm a cake guy, we know that,
Right.
but I'll definitely eat pie. I mean, my heart isn't racing. I'm not like Steve.
Oh, I love pie.
Yeah. I can't, I
My
don't get
mom says I would eat poop if it was in a pie shell.
Did you just say you'd eat poop?
No,
What
my
kind of
mom
pie-
said that.
What kind of pie did you eat over the weekend?
I only had one piece of banana cream.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep.
Did they get rid of the rest while you were in the hospital?
Yeah, it's all gone. Yeah, it's all gone.
Oh, those fuckers.
Yeah, they had strawberry, pumpkin.
Oh, the strawberry pie sounds. I love strawberry pie.
Oh, fuck yeah, I love strawberry pie.
I'll tell you what. When my wife and daughter were gone, Christina was coming over and she was taking care of me. She got strawberry crepes, strawberry whatever crepes from IHOP. Oh my God, I gotta tell you,
Them are the way to go.
I've been craving them since the day I got them. You know what I mean? That's how good they were. Except, listen, they needed to be heated up. The crepes had gotten cold. And the delivery of the food,
It's cold.
the crepes had gotten cold. And I asked for some whipped cream, right?
Uh-oh.
The whipped cream that they gave was in I mean what the hell, right?
Is it in a can?
No. I think it was in a can originally, but they put it inside a container that was about this big around. Okay.
That's
a
not
salad.
enough.
Yeah, and it had a lid on it, and so there was less than a fork full of whipped cream. So I wanted the crepes heated up, but I didn't want to ask.
I didn't want Christina to go out of her way.
Well, I certainly didn't want Christina to. I mean, I had assumed.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Steve, if you were bringing someone crepes,
Uh-huh.
I imagine you would assume that, these crepes are not acceptable. Let me heat them up. Let me heat up the crepes for you. So that way the strawberries and the cream are separate, and then you'd heat up the crepes, and then I'm just,
Right, yeah. And I would stop and pick up an extra tub of whipped cream. That way that person had extra whipped cream with their scrape.
By the way, my wife told me we have whipped cream here. She goes, because I was texting her. I said, "Oh my God, I'm eating these strawberry crepe things from IHOP that Christina brought over. They're fabulous." I said, "But let me tell you something about those fucking IHOP, those fuckers from IHOP." I'm texting my wife, complaining. I said, "There's no fucking whipped cream," and I was all pissed off. My wife goes, she goes, she goes, "There's whipped cream in the refrigerator," and I go, "Oh," and she goes, "Get the whipped cream in the refrigerator," and I go, "Oh fuck," and then I couldn't, you know what I mean? And it was torture.
I have a theory, Ray.
It was torture knowing the whipped cream. So the whipped cream was less than 20 feet away from me, but I couldn't go get it. Oh, it was just fucking. Oh, it was
I think
just
it's all Steve's
horrible.
fault.
Yes. I'm just saying that.
Steve was distracting the person who brought you the crepes.
Oh yeah, right.
I'm just saying that most people would bring the crepes and they would heat up the crepes for me, and then they would grab the whipped cream out of the refrigerator because they saw the subpar treatment that I had gotten from IHOP and
Right.
say, "Oh, let me get this whipped cream. Use this whipped cream."
Yeah.
But even though it was still fabulous, I mean, it was really good. So I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I just wish someone who loved me would have,
Right.
I'd have been much better off. So that's all. That's all I'm saying.
Girlfriend and I tried a different restaurant this weekend.
What restaurant did you try?
We actually tried Bella Milano over on the West End.
Oh, Bella Milano's good.
It is very good. She had to work, so we ended up doing takeout, carrying it out. But I did I had some broccoli and fettuccine Alfredo, nice Caesar salad with the chicken Milano, and it was very good.
Wow, look at that.
And she did chicken tortellini and stuffed peppers, and she also had a Caesar salad, and she said that was fantastic. That the only thing that we were missing was just a good bottle of a nice red and add a little wine to it, and we would have been just perfect day.
Well, I'm not an alcoholic. Like
a good dinner wine with a good Italian food. It does set off the palate.
I'm just saying, I don't need wine for my dinner. That's all I'm saying.
You're judging.
Some of us don't need wine.
You're being judgy.
Some of us are fine with water.
Yeah, some of our palates work without wine.
Yes. Some of us are fine.
Oh my, yeah. I can tell that neither one of you has traveled out of the country.
No, I don't want to leave the country. I have no desire. I have no desire to go out of the country.
Nope.
Like even my cousin, I was talking to my cousin. He goes, you know what we ought to do? We ought to go down to, we have family that lives in Mexico, and he goes, we ought to go down and see, family. And I go, what? He goes, we got to go see the family. And I go, are you out of your fucking mind? I go, I'm not leaving the country. He goes, we gotta go down there. And I go, he goes, oh, it's fabulous. He goes, all you'd have to do, he goes, it would be nothing. He goes, you would remember Spanish. And he thought it was the fact that I would have to remember my Spanish, that would be the problem. I wouldn't like it. I'm like, no. I'm like, can you imagine? Can you imagine what a pain in the ass it would be for me to fly to Mexico? All right. Could you imagine? Like, for starters, the fucking wheelchair, my wheelchair is so wide. It's so fucking wide. I don't even know how, and who's going to push me in the wheelchair? You know what I mean?
Jason, you'd have to take Jason.
Yeah, I don't even know how the wheelchair would fit between the seats. You know what I mean? To get to where we need to go.
Well, you'd have to walk at some point for a little bit.
And see, that's not going to happen. And so then he wants to fly.
Absolutely have to fly first class.
Then he wants to fly into Mexico, and then we got to get out of the plane, and then we're going to have to drive in Mexico streets, which I got to be honest. I mean, it just sounded like hell. I'm like, no. I'm like, there's no way in hell that I'm going to go to Mexico and, I'm like, no. I said, so then when we get there, you and all the relatives will go and I'll be sitting at the house watching Mexican TV.
Well, you'd get to watch Mexican soccer.
Well, I'd like to watch something that's in the language I speak.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
An experience when you go out of the country. It's definitely
no.
And it's what you make of it as to whether or not it's a positive experience.
I don't even have it. I don't even want to go to Canada. I don't want to leave. I don't want to go to Mexico. I don't want to go to Canada. I don't want to go Jamaica. I don't want to leave the country. Or the Bahamas? No.
So when I was in Pisa, there's
No.
a little cafe that
Piece
was
of
about
shit. I would not go to Pisa.
there was a little cafe about 2 blocks away from the Leaning Tower, and I had some lasagna and a vintage Cabernet Sauvignon to go with it, and it was just
Oh,
it
what?
was
Oh,
it. Mwah.
God. No.
What did you say? A spinach Cabernet Sauvignon? The fuck is that?
I have no desire to go to
Fine. Not
no desire to go to Italy. No.
Italy's
I
great.
don't even I gotta be honest. I don't like leaving the state.
Yeah,
You don't like
I know.
leaving your house.
I don't like leaving the county. All right. Let alone leaving the country.
I mean, you had to drive 300 miles to Christina's house.
I don't.
Oh,
Yeah, that was when I left the town. I left the town of Springfield
Oh,
and went to
man.
whatever the fuck town Christina lives in. Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you.
So you don't like leaving your house.
No, I'm perfectly fine in my house. I'm perfectly fine knowing that my friends are having fun somewhere else while I'm still at home. That's fine with me. Or my
We can have a
family.
party, we could include you, but you have to zoom in.
Yeah, or my family. I just I'm fine. I don't need to be, I would be fine sitting in my house. I don't want to go to another country.
Oh,
Oh, let's go to Mexico. Oh, fuck. Are you kidding?
it depends on what Mexico you go to. I mean, I've been there a couple of times.
When I was younger and I could walk and I was, I loved Mexico. It was wonderful, but I'm not going now.
So if your knees get fixed, you want to go to Elko?
No.
Okay.
No. Because the way the doctor talks, I don't know how fixed these knees will ever be. So I don't know.
Well, I don't think you're ever going to be able to post up Steve again, but
No. Yeah.
but I think you'll be able to walk real well.
No. I think I'm just fucked the rest of my life. So fuck it. I'm fine with sitting at home. I don't need to go somewhere else to, Now I have DoorDash.
Yeah.
That's expensive, man.
Well, yeah, I don't have any money to order it, but if I did,
I did that yesterday. It cost me $20 for a 10-inch pizza.
You bought a pizza for yourself?
Well, yeah.
Well, why not
DoorDash.
just
Why did you DoorDash it?
why
did you-
would not wait a minute. Why not just call a pizza place and have them
Because we
deliver?
don't have delivery out here.
Oh. Good Lord.
Well,
I'll
When
never
are you
get that
gonna-
again.
When are you gonna move out of that fucking place you live in?
Hopefully in the next month. Hopefully
Place you-
that's January 1, I'll be out of here.
place
guess
you
when
live
you are in a
is
place that's that
disgusting.
dirty, they don't want to deliver to it.
Yeah.
Your internet and all that stuff.
Hey, Ray,
Yeah.
$10 says that he has the new place filthier than this one within 2 weeks.
Oh, hell
Probably.
no.
Yeah.
No, because Katrina will be living closer. So she'll be able to make more attempts at keeping my apartment clean. Martha will
Christina may
living
go
close
on
too.
Right.
So you're gonna live where? Where's the place you're looking at?
Williamsville.
Williamsville has a pizza places in the town. You just call them and they deliver it, I'm sure.
I'm sure. I'll probably try it out.
Yeah. Now, the amount of choice probably isn't going to be that great,
Uh-huh.
for Williamsville. I mean, I imagine it's not a huge,
Right.
they probably have one pizza place. So let's hope they make it good.
That is none. We don't have.
Yeah.
Would be
We don't-
rather entertaining if Christina goes on strike.
Because I grew up in a small town. We had one pizza place,
We didn't have any.
and they did not deliver.
Uh-huh.
You had a pizza place where you grew up?
Yeah, we had a pizza place in Gillespie. It's called
Oh, God,
Roma's.
look at you, high class.
Listen, I'll tell you what. It was a fantastic pizza place. It was, I would have eaten Roma's the rest of my life, but
Man, what a rich neighborhood you were in.
Well, I got to. I mean, I moved out, and then they got. I think they sold it or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's not around anymore, which is a shame because their pizza was fabulous.
We didn't even get a Casey's until I was in high school.
Oh, yeah. No, Martha says there's only one pizza place in Williamsville,
That's fine.
and she says she doesn't know if they deliver. Oh, so Steve might be fucked again. Yeah, you might be fucked again, Steve. Sorry.
Oh well.
Yeah.
As long as they have internet.
I grew up in a small. I was born in Chicago. All right.
Well, they had
But
pizza
then-
delivered in Chicago.
Well, of course, but my family moved. As a 5-year-old, I wish I could have said, "Fuck you all, I'm staying in Chicago," but the state would not allow for such.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, so I had to go with them. You know what I mean? So I had to go with them. When they moved, so I moved to a town that had 3,200 people in it.
Wow, that's a big town.
Yeah,
No kidding.
and one pizza place. Mm-hmm. And it was Kelly says Roma's is still open, but it's different owners, and she'd rather fix the frozen pizza. Yeah,
Ew.
that's what I'm getting at. When I was a kid, Roma's pizza was fabulous. It was fantastic. The people who owned it had a great recipe, and they did it right. And as I grew up and moved out, eventually they sold it, and I just know because from the time I left to the time I'd come back, which was I don't know how many years, but I had it when I got back, and it was like, whoa, what is this? I'm like, oh, this is terrible. What the hell is this?
Well, now you got Leo's.
Yeah. So Kelly says it was fabulous with the Vitale family owned. Yeah, the Vitale. I think that's a fabulous. Yeah, my brother worked for him. And it was amazing pizza. Like when I was in high school, it was amazing. But then I left, I left town when I was like 17. And then I didn't come back for, I don't know when the hell the next time I got back there was. It was probably my 30s. And it was horrible. It was terrible. I think when I left my hometown, I don't think I've ever stayed the night there again.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think I have either in my hometown.
Like I left my hometown and I've been back to visit, but I don't remember ever spending the night there since I left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to avoid my hometown at all costs.
There was one time when I moved to Ohio. I was living in Gillespie, and I eventually moved to Ohio, and then I was coming home I had to come home for something, And my mother goes, "Well, you're gonna stay at the house, right?" And I go, "Well, no, I'll probably stay, blah blah blah, or get a hotel, whatever." So my mother goes, "Well, you got to stay at the house." So I'm like maybe 20,
You
And
got
I'm
guilted.
like, all right, I'll stay at the house. And so I do decide to. So I go to the house, and I was living in the basement at my mother's home. All right. So I show up, and I'm like, great. And so I'm gonna go down to the basement. There's no more. My bedroom's not in the basement anymore. like it's gone. And I'm like, okay, so I'm not gonna sleep there. What about is there a room upstairs? There's no room. And I go, where am I gonna sleep? You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm looking for a place to sleep. And my mother had turned, there was some room off the kitchen or something.
Pantry.
She had turned it into something completely different. So I go, where am I going to sleep? And then I was like, okay, I guess I'm in the living room. And she goes, well, your brother will be sleeping on the couch. I go, what? Wait a minute. He sleeps on the couch? I go, who sleeps on the couch? So I'm like, where am I going to sleep? I'm not joking. I slept on the fucking floor. I had to sleep on the floor. And I remember I was saying, why did you guilt me into staying here when you knew there was no place for me to sleep? So the next day I got up and I left. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck this. I'm like, why would you make me come here? I go, did you know that there was no bedrooms? And then I can't remember why I don't know if it was a holiday or what. And I go, I had to sleep on the floor. In fact, I slept. There was not even. I don't even remember any bedding. There was no. There wasn't a. I think I grabbed an Afghan. I think I grabbed an Afghan off of a chair or something and slept on the floor with an Afghan.
Had to use your coat as a pillow.
It was there was no pillow. It was terrible. And so I was only 20, so you know, my body wasn't gonna.
Steve would do to you.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like I was old or anything, but still, it just sucked, and I was like, no, fuck this. And then I went and like the next night I stayed. The next night I stayed. Like I stayed at a girlfriend's house or something, but I was like, no, I'm done. Screw this. I'm not sleeping on the, I'm sure as hell not going to sleep on the floor again. It is ridiculous. Yeah, but I specifically remember sleeping on the floor after my mother guilted me into staying in her house.
That sounds like something Steve would do to you.
Constantly guilting me into do it. Like even now, I haven't talked to her in forever, but when I do talk to her, it's like, oh, can you come by and do this? Can you check this? Can you do this or check this? And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, why? Why do you think I'd want to do? Why do you think I'd want to do that? And I go, I don't even know how to do that. That sounds like something you should hire a professional. This sounds like something you should hire a professional to do. Why would you want me to do that? Like I don't know anything about anything. I do remember at one point she goes, oh, this the outlet that I have blah, blah, blah plugged into, is it where could you check those? Could you check that? I go, no, why? Why do you want me to check your electrical outlet? That sounds like a horrible idea. I'm the last person in the world that should be checking outlets. By the way, my brother is a maintenance man who regularly works, on electrical outlets. It would be like, ask him. Why would you ask me to work on an outlet when I don't know anything about them? You don't ask me to work on an outlet. You ask my brother Bodine. That's how you do it. You don't ask me, for God's sakes. But that's what she does. That's what I have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So I just ignore now. I see Nikki has popped in.
Yeah.
She's wiping the scrape out of her eye.
I'm sick.
What are you sick from now?
I'm on the verge of pneumonia.
Oh my God! When did you get when did you get sick?
It's been progressing all week. I just thought it was allergies. And I got
Did
really
you,
bad yesterday and went to prompt care, and they said it's not quite pneumonia, but it's close enough.
Did
to
you
not antibiotics.
did you get it from Thanksgiving dinner?
No. I was sick before then,
So you gave it to the people at Thanksgiving dinner.
probably. What are you digging for boogers?
I bet she's got COVID.
I bet you have COVID.
What do you think, Steve?
Go to
She looks-
that.
Probably.
She's got
Yeah.
the new variant.
Yep, she's got the new one. Yep.
What's the new one called? Omicron or something?
Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah.
a transformer.
Nikki's got the Omicron variant of COVID.
Doesn't that sound like a transformer? That's the
It-
first
it-
thing I thought of.
It does sound, yeah, it's Omicron.
Omicron.
Nikki's got
Here comes
Omicron.
Omicron.
Comic-Con.
Omicron.
Omicron, you're a cron. Wouldn't you like to be a cron too?
By the way, the Omicron variant, all right,
Yeah, tell us about it.
which they originally found in
South
Africa. They originally found it in South Africa. Okay. It is now in Canada.
I bet it's here already.
Yeah, which means it's of course it's in the United States. Yeah. So there you go.
What's
Omicron.
so different about it? Or are
Uh,
they saying?
I am definitely not well versed on Omicron. It just happened.
I know
but,
that the World Health Organization this morning, like an hour ago, put that it's a very high risk.
yeah, I think it's very
And these stupid shots aren't supposed to be helping.
well, it's very contagious. I know that. I do know that the contagion level is high. And yeah.
Seems like every time we get a booster or we get something figured out, this thing mutates, and here we go again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or
What
They say that and then the getting it has different there's different levels of sickness that people are getting from it.
like
You know what I
pneumonia.
mean? Well, some people are getting very mild strains and it's very mild symptoms, you know, just a little worse than a cold. And then some people are going full on losing oxygen level and, you know,
Yeah.
and you know, but that's sort of like how regular COVID is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
I
finding
guess.
new words for it. It's all the same
Yeah.
thing. COVID's COVID.
Well, it's a different strain. I mean, they can.
If it's a
Okay.
different strain and it's not reacting to the boosters, wouldn't you say then that it's a different virus?
No, it's a different strain of the same virus.
Mutated, more
'Cause
virulent.
viruses mutate.
So does weed. Weed has different strains.
It's nothing like weed. Don't listen.
Lord.
Steve doesn't know anything about Omicron. He just knows because he smokes weed. He somehow thinks he's a, you know. So that's they know about it. So, but it is a different strain, and they think that, you know, they think that people that are getting it, you know, that it's it like like if you are vaccinated, it's more it's more contagious than regular COVID. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, the vaccines aren't going to work against it.
But Delta is not. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's not that it doesn't work. It doesn't work as well. So some people have no worries, but the ones that do, that's why Delta's so bad. Because Delta was the same thing. You know what I mean?
Wonder how they go about coming up with these names. Delta.
Like a Corey says his boss had bronchitis and felt like crap, then got a positive COVID test at 10 p.m. Thanksgiving Eve. Now his wife and one of his daughters has it.
No,
He thinks his
no.
twins. He thinks his twins may have it too. Let me tell you, your boss has too many fucking kids for starters.
Hey,
Secondly,
Well, what's the maximum amount of kids, Ray? Let's go there.
well, I got to be honest. I grew up in a family of 6 kids. It was too many.
What's
It was
the
like-
maximum
It
amount,
was
Ray?
3. It was 3 too many.
3 is the max.
Yes,
I
I think 3 is probably max.
I would agree with Ray on that.
I mean, I have one child. And that's too much sometimes. I'm just saying some people have too many kids.
it's fine to have a lot of kids if you can afford them.
Exactly, Nikki, but most people can't. That's what I'm getting at.
That's what I'm
Most of my
saying.
kids.
Like right now, I'm thankful I have one child. Because I can't even afford her. I couldn't imagine having to afford more. You know what I mean? Like Brent says, I'm not saying you wouldn't love your kids. Like Brent says, I have three children. It's more than enough. That's what I'm getting at. I'm like, why? Here's the thing. I had one child. I love my child. I adore my child. I love her to death. I'm happy that I have one. I know my wife loves her too. We're very happy we have one child. And eventually she'll meet someone, she'll eventually meet someone that they'll marry. Then there's more than enough room for us to love her spouse, whoever that's going to be, or if that happens or when that happens or whatever. But I'm telling you, I grew up in a family of 6 kids. I felt, I know this comes as a shock, I felt unloved. And I got nothing. People, I want to make this clear. We've talked about this before, but it's true. I didn't even get birthday or Christmas present. It was not anything. It's not anything I ever got. It was nothing. We just didn't get it. It's not that my parents didn't want to do it for us. They just couldn't afford it. I'm just saying there were too many kids. And for the most part, I love my siblings. But I got to tell you, there were too many of us. If there were less of us, I would love them more,
Less is always more.
I'm just saying. Some people have too many kids,
Yeah. Like age isn't enough.
Yeah, Corey says, I stopped at 2, didn't want to be outnumbered. Yes, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah. And that's fine. And you love the hell out of your kids.
Do everything I can for my kids.
Yeah, you love your kids. There's nothing, But
My grandma
goddamn.
was one of 17.
But I'm telling you, my family had 6. They didn't love me.
Like 17.
They tolerated me. They tolerated me. At the most, they tolerated me. I'm telling you. Yeah. Corey said I had 3 chances for a boy. First was a girl, second was a boy. I've never had any desire to have a boy. No, none.
What
I
if
am-
Belle was Bert?
Well, I mean, I would have taken whatever we got. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I loved having I loved being the father of a daughter. I love it. Because I see some of these fathers with sons. You lose all your hobbies to your kid. You know what I mean? Then you got to compete with your kid for stuff. I wouldn't want to do that.
The only thing I've got to compete with my kid for, as far as that goes, is a position in the boat.
I'm
And that's easy.
just
I own the boat. You go there.
I'm just saying I love being the father of a daughter. Being the father of a daughter is is fine. But I don't know. I just don't understand people who have like 10 kids. I mean, that's insane.
My mom was one of 9.
Yeah.
My grandpa
nine.
was
One of
11.
4.
One of 11. Good Lord. Your
I said
grandfather
my
was
my great grandma. She was one of 17.
well, then she was unloved. I'm telling you right now, if her parents had 17 children, they did not love her.
Her poor mama.
Yeah. Could you imagine that vagina? Oh. I can't even
Wanna eat the
imagine.
pie now?
Yeah. I can't even imagine how messed up that 17 kids. Good Lord. Good Lord.
I probably
Yeah.
just fell out.
Yeah.
It was during the 1800s.
Of course, but listen, that's when people had a bunch of kids so the kids could do work around the house.
Exactly.
You know
And
what I
not
mean?
all of them survive.
Yeah. And then if the kids die, you just
Have another one.
if the kids die, they're like, oh, that's cool. Whatever.
Let's go.
There's
Let's go
there's
make
16
another one.
left. There's 16 left.
Right.
Like I can't afford to lose a child. You know,
Mhm.
if I lost my child, I have none left.
Right.
You know. But these families that have 17, you could lose a couple and you'd still be fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we had 6. I think they could have lost a couple there and been fine.
Mhm.
We had 6 kids and we never had enough bedrooms. Ever. There was when I was like, I'm thinking of the houses that I had. And by the way, we had 1 girl, 6 kids, 1 girl. Oh, poor
All those
thing.
boys. Oh my gosh.
So my sister would have a room to herself.
But she had
Okay.
to deal with all those boys.
Well, yeah, but think about it, because we all hated her.
Right.
We were sleeping 3 boys to a room.
Hmm.
She had her own room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
Think about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was the oldest of 3, but I had to go to work at 13 to start helping to pay the bills around the house because we were broke.
yeah. It's too many kids. Yeah. But it wasn't my poor sister's fault that she was, that she was a girl. It wasn't her fault, It's just crazy when your setup is like that, Yeah, but imagine that many kids in one room. It was horrible. Like I was telling you that story. We lived in that apartment that got burnt down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Literally.
The one where you were taking a dump and almost died?
Yes. We
'Cause
slept.
they forgot about you.
There were 5 kids in a bedroom. 5 children in one bedroom. Are you kidding me? That was horrible. It was terrible.
Maybe that's why they forgot about you. Maybe they wanted a
Well,
lesson.
yeah, they didn't care about me. They're like, let him. They're fine. Then maybe the next bedroom there'll only be 4 of us. Maybe there'll only be 4 of us in a bedroom. That'd be cool. Let's get rid of one.
Sounds
And
like
I don't
it
blame-
wasn't to you.
And I don't blame them. I don't
Hey,
blame
where's
any of
Ray?
them.
He's in the bathroom. Just leave him there.
Yeah, I don't blame them. It was too crowded. It was too nuts. Yeah, but then, then the parents got a house that had a basement, so you could put a bedroom in the basement. Then they got, you know what I mean? Then they start finding places that could fit us all, where you could make makeshift bedrooms.
Mhm.
Like I said, my brother had my sister had a bedroom off of the kitchen. There was, and I don't know, maybe it was a pantry at one time, but they converted it to her own bedroom. So it was a small room, but it was her own bedroom.
Privacy.
Yeah, so she got some privacy. Yeah. So anyway, it just sucked. But oh well. Now they have COVID. Think about having 6 kids now. Like one kid got COVID, the rest of them would have it.
Mhm.
Oh, I mean, my cousin's raising his 4 on his own,
Oh, good Lord.
and they had a bout with COVID about a month and a half ago, and it just ran right through the house.
Yeah. Thank God.
He went out and he put police tape up around the house just to keep people away from it because there was COVID in the house.
Well, I got to tell you, I got vaccinated as soon as I could. You guys remember that? Like,
Knocking over old ladies to get to it.
yeah. I wanted that fucking vaccine. I'm ready for
haven't got my
boost.
booster yet.
I'm ready for booster number 2. When are they going to let us get that? I'm ready for it.
Went running in there and offered your ass up for it right
I'm
away.
ready for it. And by the way, are they naming these? Are they just following the Greek alphabet or whatever? For
Is that what comes after Delta?
well, Omicron's is in the Greek alphabet.
It would make sense if it came after Delta.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would think that Beta would have been before Delta.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know what Beta is.
I said Beta, not Theta.
Beta's in the Greek
That's
alphabet.
what I said. I'm sick.
She's sick.
I'm sick.
Beta.
Steve, you need to stay away from Nikki. You keep making her sick.
I'm not making
Oh,
a sick.
stop.
But I'm just saying that Omicron comes after Delta so far. There's
Yeah.
Alpha. Here's the Greek alphabet. I'm looking at it right now. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, G, omicron. So is it,
I want one
Is it-
named Lambda.
but I think we already
Oh,
passed
those are the
lambda.
nerds.
We already passed lambda.
Oh,
We're not at omicron.
they're just picking and choosing.
So there's only pi, rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, chi,
Epsilon.
Psi.
Omega.
and omega. That's all that's left in it. So I don't know.
I hope to get the pi variants.
Well, pi's next.
All
not
right.
that kind of pie, Steve.
Pi's next, Steve.
All
Yeah,
right.
but I guess there's some mutations that don't hit humans.
Oh.
So there
Oh,
you
is that what it
go. Yeah. Some mutations are just in bats or just in different animals, or now cats. There are now
Those
cats.
tigers or lions or whatever.
Lions at
died.
zoos are getting it. Yeah.
And they died.
Yeah.
Was that in Cincinnati or Indianapolis or something?
Isn't that nuts?
Mm-hmm. Poor
Yeah.
thing.
So it's an Omicron. So I don't know. Who
I'm not gonna
knows?
die of something called Omicron.
It's Omicron.
That's what I said.
There's no
Omni.
N.
Oh,
There's no N.
I'm
It's
not
not
saying N. I'm sick of my nose this stuffed.
It's not Omicron. It's Omicron. O-M-I.
Omicron.
O-M-I-C-R-O-N. Omicron.
Omicron.
Bah, bah, bah.
Bleh.
I have pneumonia. I'm better than all of you. Nya, 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 nya.
Oh, fuck off.
I have Omicron. I'm better than the rest of you. And did you notice?
Transformers?
Did you notice what she said, that she still has not gotten boosted, Steve?
No,
Yes. Yes.
Still no booster.
Still no
no
booster.
booster yet.
It probably is a fucking Omicron then.
I'm waiting to get my booster when they call it pie. That way I can have a piece of the pie.
So you
I
see,
don't
he
think
hasn't
it
got
works
his
that way.
booster yet either.
He needs it. I got to be honest. Why don't they just give it in the hospital?
I thought they were.
Right? Steve was just in the hospital.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They should have given him in there.
Yeah. It's true. And I asked, and they said, not yet.
They said,
Maybe they refused because they got to look at his phone.
oh, all right. Well, you're here. You haven't gotten your booster yet. Here, we'll take care of it for you.
Right.
You know?
I don't even know if my booster's out though. Is the Moderna booster out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just found that out like 2 days ago.
The hillbilly booster. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's what I gotta get.
Yeah, that's what it is.
For all you Moderna hillbillies.
I heard that CVS has it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I just go to Walgreens. Get my
Walgreens
Pfizer.
doesn't have it. They've got
Walgreens,
the booster, but not for Moderna.
Walgreens had my Pfizer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I don't need that crap.
Here comes the vaccine shaming again.
Yep. Oops.
I'm sorry you did not
Pfizer
get
hold-
this. I'm sorry you did not get the superior.
Oh yeah, the
I'm
superior. We'll find out in 51 years if it's superior
I'm sorry.
or not.
I'm sorry you did not get the superior.
So superior. It's going to take 51 years to tell us what's in it.
Vaccination. I'm sorry. You chose to get a hillbilly vaccination. But we Pfizer people are fine.
I didn't choose anything. They just stuck it in my arm.
Well,
Right.
That's why I got the
At least it
Pfizer.
wasn't a Johnson and Johnson.
well. Sorry.
Mhm.
I can't help what you got.
Mhm.
I thought
But
she had pneumonia.
Those of us with Pfizer, we're fine. Karen says, I think you can get a different booster than your original shot. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is my Pfizer, my veins are filled with the Pfizer vaccination. That's all I know. That's what I know.
Which isn't very much. But that's
I
all
can-
you know.
I hear you're jealous. I can hear your jealousy.
So jealous.
Yeah, that's all right. Code red. Code red. Smug cloud. Who started this smug cloud bullshit?
DC.
Was it DC that started that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Well.
see it forming over Leland Grove.
Yeah, well. Say what you want.
Okay, I will.
Say what you want. We Pfizer people. We Pfizer people. We know how we feel.
Hard.
Superior.
Superior.
That's all I'm saying. We feel superior. And we'll leave it at that. We shall leave it at that.
The smug cloud is beginning to darken over the Leland Grove area with more intense content.
Say what you want. Yeah.
Motorists are advised to either avoid the cloud or risk coming out even more smug than when they went in.
Well, I'm sorry. At least I didn't get a hillbilly vaccine. I mean, listen. I got the Pfizer vaccine. You guys see how healthy I am. Nikki got the hillbilly vaccine.
You've been sick more than me.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Nikki got the hillbilly vaccine. Look at her. Look at her.
Okay, let me clarify here. I went to the hospital with heart issues and missed one show.
Yeah.
You missed 2 shows just because you couldn't poop.
Well, I'm sorry. It had nothing to do with my vaccine. It had nothing to do with the vaccine.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That makes me healthier than you.
Oh,
You missed the show Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. One show.
Unbelievable.
Gotcha.
All I know is that
Burn.
nothing that has kept me out of doing a show has had to do with any kind of COVID symptoms.
No, and I agree with that. Nothing like that. Yeah.
Nikki sounds like COVID
It's congestion.
is the reason. Yeah. The first thing the doctors, if you told the doctor, what's the first thing they're going to say? Get a test.
They
Right?
tested me for strep and it came back negative.
Did they test you for COVID?
No, they said didn't feel need to.
Mm-hmm. Bullshit.
no, they probably didn't because Nikki's in the hospital enough
Yeah.
that they've got a very good history.
Probably where she got it from. Bunch of Africans. Bunch of South Africans.
Racist much?
There's a direct South African. No, a South African. There's
Blame it on the South Africans.
what's the color of skin of South Africa? You're calling me racist. What is the race of South Africans?
Apartheid much?
What is the race of South Africans?
No,
Nikki?
first you said Africans. Then you said
No.
South African.
No, because that's where it is in South Africa.
I know.
What is the race of a South African?
White.
Thank you.
What color is your skin?
My skin is caramel.
Bronze.
Caramel.
My skin is caramel colored, a light caramel.
So now you're going to tell us that you taste like a Milky Way.
Well, I'm just telling you that my skin looks healthier and younger than
There we go.
I'm not getting involved in this one.
I'm just
I'm
telling
going to
you.
sit back here and I'm going to drink my coffee and I'm going to watch this whole implosion.
And by the way, can I just point out South Africa is I think South Africa is probably 70% black. So, I mean, what do I know? But Nikki just assumed they were all white.
Oh, go screw yourself.
I'm just pointing it out.
You're blaming the COVID on them.
Well, that's where it is. It's in South Africa.
It's also in the Netherlands. It's also in Canada.
Well, but it started in South Africa, and now it's
No,
spreading.
it started in China.
Here we go. The original COVID started in China, but then as it moved, then the variants started happening.
Yeah.
All I know is my wife and I are both Mexican. We both look young. We both look young. But I know my true age. I know my wife's true age. And I just got to say, some of you white people, some of you whiteys look your age. Look
How
older.
dare you?
Look older than your age. I'm just saying that some of you whiteys don't age well.
How dare you?
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You don't age well. I'm just pointing it out. That's all I'm saying. You know. Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez is closer to my skin color. Does she look her age?
No. Jennifer Aniston.
She what?
Jennifer Aniston is Greek. Yeah, she's a little darker complected. She's aged well. I'm just saying that we people that have a darker pigment, people like myself that have a darker pigment, we age a little slower. That's all I'm saying.
Superiority complex much?
No, I'm just telling you.
Smug cloud.
I'm just telling you. Some of us age slower than others. There are white people who look older. You know.
What about Cher?
Cher is great, but I think Cher is Native American, isn't she? Am I wrong,
But
DJ? Have you heard that?
She's closer to my color than your color. Yes, she is Native American.
Yeah.
I think Cher's got a lot of artificial replacement parts.
She's a half breed.
Thank you. Didn't she sing a song about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I'm just saying that, you know, those of us with some color, we look younger. That's all I'm saying.
Because it's taking longer for
That's
our pigmentation.
I'm saying.
Oh my goodness! Can we get off of this subject?
That's all I'm saying. You might disagree with me. Like, for example, Matthew Perry. You know Matthew Perry?
Yeah.
Well, he's
Matthew
also
Perry.
drug laden.
Matthew Perry is the same. He's the same age as Jennifer Lopez. Who looks older?
Who has admitted that he has got a problem with drugs?
Who looks
doesn't
older?
remember doing the show.
Who looks older? Matthew Perry or Jennifer Lopez?
Ray Lytle.
Who looks older?
Matthew Perry.
Thank you. Who looks older, Ray Lytle or Matthew Perry?
Ray Lytle.
Ray Lytle.
How dare you? How dare you? You say what you want, but I'm just telling you.
Oh, jeez.
There are some white people you don't age as well.
Here we go.
Who cares?
I'm just pointing it out. I'm just pointing it out. Some of you age nice. Some of you age well. For example, Dave Bautista. You know Dave Bautista?
No.
You don't know who Dave Bautista is?
No.
He's a
wrestler.
I'll find. Let me get another example.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he's in Guardians of the Galaxy, but he wearing
That's a
makeup
boy
there.
movie.
Oh shit! I should have known Nikki. Brendan Fraser. No, he looks like hell. We don't want to use him.
Encino Man.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. Here's a white guy, Matthew McConaughey.
Mhm.
Matthew McConaughey is the same age as Jennifer Lopez. They look about the same age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's white. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that some of you white people age well.
I thought I had.
Others not so much. Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is the same age as Jennifer Lopez. He looks young. Paul
He's
Rudd.
just not
Paul
human.
Paul Rudd looks very young. Yeah.
He doesn't age at all.
Yeah. I'm just telling you. Some of you white people
We're
look
gonna
old.
find out he's a vampire someday.
Vanna White.
Vanna White looks very old. I think she's 70. How old's Vanna White? Nikki, how old is Vanna White?
I don't know.
Take a guess.
She's got to be close to 70.
Yeah.
How old is she, Steve? What do you think? How old is Vanna White?
I'm gonna say 69.
You're gonna say 69?
I
Yeah.
say 67.
She is 64 years old.
Ooh, I do it.
Yeah.
Steve, you'd do a hole in a fence.
Yeah.
He'd do a
Pins.
rattlesnake if he could hold it still.
And somebody'd hold it straight.
He'd do a rattlesnake if he could hold it still.
It's true.
Oh my
What
God.
are you eating?
Pie.
Still? Oh God.
What kind of pie?
Pecan.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, savage.
it is not pecan.
Pecan
Pe-
pie.
Pecan. Pecan.
Con.
Oh.
Not pecan. Not Pacan.
I had grape nut flakes. I had a healthy breakfast.
I'm not eating some kind
Eat
of hillbilly
pie.
pie.
I don't eat pie.
I'm having pecan pie.
With whipped cream?
No.
With sugar,
Mm-hmm.
molasses.
I'm just having a little bit of pecan pie.
Mm.
We have to eat it because it's about to go bad. So my wife's throwing it
Mhm.
away. And yeah,
How
Did you
can you
guys
tell when a pie is bad?
I don't know. Dude, I don't know. Did you not listen to TJ when he was running down when we should throw our turkeys out?
I was on the phone with the
5
doctor.
days, they got to go.
Yeah.
Because then they start getting gross.
Well, most things don't even last 5 days, so
Yeah.
you gotta get rid of it.
Yeah.
I'm done with turkey. I was done with turkey the next day.
No kidding.
I had
I've already-
turkey Friday. I got a little turkey left over Friday. It was good.
I've already
delicious.
figured out what I'm cooking for Christmas.
Ham.
No, I'm actually going to
raccoon.
cook prime. I'm going to do a prime rib.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Raccoon. Made from beef
How
or
about
raccoon?
that?
Made from beef, smart ass.
From possum. When you gonna cook up a possum, TJ?
How about some squirrel?
I'm gonna cook up this good possum.
I was going to bring you by some of it. Now I'm not. I'm going to bring some by for your wife and daughter, and they can have some of the prime rib, and you get none of it.
I'm gonna have some possum. Who on the show is most likely to eat a roadkill?
Steve.
Steve, you think Steve would be the person most like Nikki? Who do you think would be able to cook, prepare and cook, and serve roadkill?
Maybe.
I don't know. Hopefully nobody.
There was only one person on the show bragging about
Prime rib.
being able to make a turkey that had buckshot in it.
I didn't shoot it with a gun.
I'm just saying. There's
How many
only
times
one,
do I have to tell you? I
there's
did it.
only one person.
Bow. Archery.
Yeah.
God. You listen like a brick wall.
Yeah. Yep.
That's right. I'm cooking prime rib. I'm going to bring some by for your wife and daughter to try, and you get none of it. Nothing.
Prime rib sounds good.
It's disgusting.
Well, prime rib's a good Christmas meal, though, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Am I wrong with that?
I
Yeah.
won't eat it. It's too much fat.
Oh, I
That's the
love it.
best part.
Yeah.
No, it's ugh.
Dip that fat in that juice.
Ugh. God.
That's-
Now we know part of why.
he just ruined it for me. He just ruined prime rib. I'm fine with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich after all.
Right.
Just forget it. I don't want
I'm gonna make peanut butter and jelly croissants.
I don't want to picture Steve going. That's
That's
how
gonna be my fancy dinner.
Yeah. I'm telling you. No, prime rib is wonderful. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's fat, and you gotta
it tastes-
search for the meat.
But now, isn't it expensive now, TJ?
Yeah, it is pretty expensive. For a half of one, I'm paying almost $60, but I'm getting full prime rib.
You're getting a bunch of fat.
Prime rib, yeah.
For heaven's sakes.
But I do trim some of the fat out too before I even start cooking it.
You should cook that fat.
You
Fat
leave
is
a little
flavor.
bit. You leave a
Kick
little
it.
bit. Let it cook into the meat so it still stays
Yeah, cook
tender.
that
But
fat.
you cut a piece of
You-
it off.
You could cut it off after you're cooked. Just cut it off and send it over to Steve's house.
Ugh.
Steve will eat that prime rib. Won't you, Steve?
You bet.
Steve will eat that, all the fat. You just send him over the fat. He'll be happy.
Yeah.
Nobody wants for a prime rib. Thanks a lot, Steve.
Oh, I think fat.
Been looking forward to prime rib for 5 months, and then you just murdered it.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's just how I like to eat my fat.
Sounds like my
Yeah.
dog eating slugs.
Your dog eats slugs?
Yeah, she did.
Oh,
Disgusting.
gross.
Steve's thinking, "Ooh, I might
That's
have
what
to
it sounded like.
I'm telling you. A good prime rib. That's awesome.
What I yeah, that's all I need to think about now is Mr. Puss Body sucking down fat while I'm trying to
Yeah.
cook a prime rib.
Well, just remember that when you're cooking it.
Yeah. You just toss him the fat. He'll catch it right out of the sky.
Yep.
Chew on. TJ, you got any more fat I could chew on? He'd be right there. By the way, the show today is brought to you by our friends at Recontex. Recontex. A proof is in the performance. Let Recontex detail or coat your car. Maybe you want to try a tsunami coating. Or perhaps you've got a scratch you need taken care of. They can buff out your scratches. Do whatever you need. Give them a call, 670-1132. That's 670-1132. It's Recontex. Also, our friends at Just Beds. That's Just Beds, the yawn exterminators. People, it's time to get a comfortable mattress because you need a comfortable sleep.
Don't order it through the mail.
Yeah, what kind of you're not some hillbilly with a mattress order to the mail. Go to Just Beds off Montvale Drive and get a quality mattress. You'd be surprised at how low the prices are at Just Beds. It's Just Beds. Go there, get your mat. Listen, they deliver it. They'll deliver it to you. They take
That's
in your,
amazing.
they get your new bed in the house, and they take your old one and dispose of it properly. That's what you get from Just Beds.
So they don't drag it outside and light it on fire. They actually just haul it away for you.
They haul it away. They take it. They take it
Wow.
to Steve's. They drive near Steve's house. And they throw it out in his yard. They throw it out in the yard so the homeless
Probably
people can sleep
disposing
on
of
it.
it then, huh?
So the homeless people can sleep on it in Steve's front yard. That's what they do. That's what they do. So
So the kids that are at the school behind Steve have something to play on.
yeah. No, I imagine they have an agreement with the with the junk or whatever the garbage facility is, the landfill or whatever. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Karen says they take it out to the woods and shoot it. No, I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they don't take it out to the woods and shoot. No, they probably. I don't know if you could recycle. I don't know what they do with them. They dispose of them properly. I'll tell you that. Yeah. I think it'd be funny. However, I think it would be funny if they took them to Steve's house and just tossed them in the backyard.
Well, they are a great sponsor. Maybe you can talk them into doing
no.
a few of those.
Yeah, I would get a big kick out of that. Oh well. But it's Just Beds. That's where you guys should get your next mattress. From Just Beds. All right, we should wrap it up today. It's 9:30. Thank you so much for watching. Nikki, I hope you don't have Omicron.
No Transformers here.
But I'm not confident you don't.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I hope you don't. I hope you do not. But I would not be surprised if you do. That's all I'm saying. All right. Let's see. What else? What did we learn today? We learn anything?
I'm still alive.
Sucking on fat.
We learned Steve did not die on Saturday.
Nope.
I guess I lost that bet.
Yeah, you owe me $10.
We learned that TJ is superior to all of us because he's going to have a prime rib
No, I was going to share with you, but you
on
ruined it.
Christmas. He's going to have a prime rib.
I was going to bring some over and share with you, but you ruined it.
I'm going to have a can of green beans, still cold. That's
And
what
cold.
I'm going to have.
And cold
gonna-
grape.
I'm going to have a.
Cold grape with no whipped cream.
Green beans roasting on the open fire.
We heard that Christina did not properly.
Yeah.
We learned that Christina did not properly heat up my crepes when she got them for me, but they were delicious anyway.
Oh,
So mostly thank you for that, Christina.
mostly.
Well,
God, you
I'm
were
just saying.
spoiled.
I'm just saying. Would it have killed her to heat it?
Spoiled.
Would it have killed her to heat it up? That's all I want. That's all I'm
You were
pointing out.
so spoiled.
All I'm pointing out is would it have killed her? Oh, hold on, Ray. Let me
Yeah.
take 8 seconds to heat this for you properly.
Spoiled.
And let me get a plate so you're not eating like a savage out of styrofoam.
Yeah.
That's all I'm pointing out.
Ah, you are so spoiled.
I'm just pointing it out. We learned that I am not leaving the country.
Although you should.
I'm not leaving the state.
You
In
ain't
fact-
leaving your house.
I have no desire to leave the county or the town. I'm fine with the town I live in. I don't need to go anywhere else. If I want to go somewhere else, I'll just watch Netflix. There you go. Oh, well. We learned that Pfizer is the superior vaccine. We learned Pfizer is the superior vaccine.
Well, we've been hearing that for about 20 years now.
And that Nikki that Nikki got the hillbilly vaccine.
Oh,
We did hear about that. We learned that you white people look really old.
How
So,
dare you?
I'm just saying. Well, Christina said, she goes, TJ and I are the same age. She says, but I look a lot younger than TJ. That's what she said.
How dare you?
I'm just saying. I'm just repeating what she said. But oh well. And watch out for Omicron. Watch out for Omicron. You guys have a great rest of your Monday, and we will talk to you all again. We'll talk to all of you tomorrow. We'll talk to you tomorrow when we bring you our next show. All right? Have a great rest of your Monday. Bye-bye. Oh, thanks to TJ for sending out big dong hacks on Facebook, by the way. Appreciate that. Sorry to anybody that opened up a video from TJ and got hacked.
Thanks, Fat420, for the poop picture this morning.
Thanks, Fat420, for the poop. And thank you, Steve, for being back on the show.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Anytime.
We're sorry sorry you're not dead.
Yeah, thank you, because now I got $10 coming to me from Ray.
So long, everybody.